How many of you have played with Lego? How do we build it? I bet your answer was that we use the instructions provided within the box. We as children become very dependent on these instructions. If you don't follow the instructions, we can't build a pterodactyl, a house, a ship. Thinking is happening, but not necessarily with those building. Thinking is happening, although, with those designing, creating and providing these instructions within Lego headquarters in Denmark. People who design Lego are making great strides with their thinking, but the thinking is not happening on the kids' desks, where kids are building. Lego is a metaphor for what's happening within education today. The term metacognition was first introduced by John Flavel in the early 1970s and was previously known as metamemory. Throughout research, the number of definitions, terms and analysis of what metacognition is has caused confusion throughout literature. Weinert, 1987, describes a vague and imprecise understanding of the definition of metacognition throughout literature. Due to too much inconsistency and ability to define the term, Flavel attempted to provide clarity in order to cover what metacognition stands for. Flavel did this by distinguishing metacognitive knowledge and metacognitive experience. Metacognition is referred throughout literature as thinking about one's own thinking. It's usually related to the learner's knowledge, awareness and control of the process by which they learn.
The three components of metacognition are as follows. Declarative are teachers' knowledge of what to teach. Procedural, providing assignments that require students to apply particular metacognition strategies. Conditional, an understanding that teaching requires the use of metacognition strategies. In 1976, Flavel identified three metas that he believed children acquire during the learning process. The child learns to identify situations in which intentional, conscious storage of certain information may be useful at some point in the future. The child learns to keep current any information which may be related to active problem solving and have it ready to retrieve if required. The child learns how to make deliberate, systematic searches for information which may be helpful in solving a problem, even when the need for it has not been foreseen.
I'm so ready for Miss Egan's class today.
Morning, girls. How are you?
Now, today I've decided we're going to discuss a little bit about heart rate. So, before I go through the definition on the board, can any of you maybe tell me what do you think heart rate is in your own words? It is the amount of beats per minute. So, when you think about heart rate for me, so it's going to be different at certain times. So think about now when you're sitting, your heart rate's going to be a lot lower. Maybe when you're asleep, it's going to be very low, as opposed to imagine now when you're in a sports class, we'll say a PE lesson or a PE class, maybe playing soccer or basketball. You're going to be running, energetic. It's going to be so much higher your heart rate.
Y'all ready for this?
Target heart rate, there's actually a certain maths formula we can use, which I'm going to go down through.
Metacognition is crucial in the learning process of education. An explanation is best understood when it makes links, specifically through subjects in teaching. Learning should not, however, be compartmentalised, and students should be able to connect their learning to situations outside the classroom. Metacognitive skill can be involved in solving real-life problems. In order to be metacognitive, students must know more than just content knowledge. They also need to know how to learn. Metacognition has the potential to increase the meaningfulness of students' learning. Guided peer questioning allows for students to use thought-provoking questions in order to gain a deeper understanding. promoting thinking about thinking. The teacher can also ask probing questions as a way to monitor the student's thinking process. A positive attitude in the classroom is critical for improving metacognition. Studies from the Pacific Lutheran University found that 72% of students were more metacognitive when engaging in class discussions. 69% reported high gains from writing reflective journals as it aided metacognitive thought. A 2008 German study found that metacognition outweighed intelligence as a predictor of mathematics performance. A study of 55 Iranian EFL students found that metacognitive strategy had a positive effect on listening performance. I'd like you just to get out a piece of paper and to work in pairs for that, okay?
Do you understand it? Okay. Do you? Oh, maybe I can talk you through it. Okay. So, when we were playing basketball the other day, and you were just sitting there. Well, you weren't really playing, you were just sitting there. Oh. So, your resting heart rate was pretty low. But then I was doing loads running around. So, think about that.
And why did your heart rate go when you were running?
Because, think about it. So, when I'm sitting here, I'm not doing any exercise. So, my heart rate is just like, okay. But when I get up and I'm moving, look, amount of beats per minute, so they increase.
Okay.
So that's how my heart rate increases.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Sure? Yeah. So then what do? We have to multiply it by 6.6 exactly. And we get 100.
72.
Yeah.
And 70.
Yeah.
142.
142.
Miss, we're done.
We're done.
Miss,
Very
we got
good.
it.
Very good. And what answer did you get?
You answered.
The Ask to Think, Tell Why approach helps students to self-regulate and mediate their learning. In other words, becoming independent learners. And this process of social interaction is rooted in the work of theorist Vygotsky. In this higher order theory, Vygotsky found that peer-mediated activity can in fact contribute to higher quality thinking and learning. Vygotsky claimed a teacher can also model metacognition through a thinking aloud process in the classroom. As well, interdependence is crucial within peer interaction.